what I'll do is I'll have Felipe give you and your sister a call. That way Felipe can walk through the agreement with you. It's very,
Yeah.
very simple. It'll be like a 2 or 3 page agreement that just states that we're buying the property for the price that we agreed upon. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following me for a little bit, you probably know that my favorite thing to do in the world is talk to sellers. So we're going to go over one of my live calls. If you're like, Mike, I want to learn how to lock up these deals like you lock up these deals, I need you to go to joinbprei.com so you can learn a bulletproof sales system. But let's get into this call.
To go to your name, we just have to do that. Problem is, there's back taxes on it. My sister and I can't pay. You know what I mean? But we're free and clear to sell, but those need to be taken care of prior to the sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got it. Okay.
So that's where we're stuck at, and that's why we're kind of just stuck in a spot where we can't sell because the back taxes have to be taken care of, and obviously, like I said, we can't do that, so we've just been kind of stuck. You know what I mean?
Dang. Okay. That stinks, brother. How long you guys had it for?
So it's been in my family since like the 70s. It's always been a camp. I don't know if he told you, it's 2 properties.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've had it forever. It wasn't technically in our hands. It was kind of in our parents and some aunts and uncles at some point, and they just didn't upkeep it like they should have. So had it been brought to us in better shape, we'd be using it every summer. But unfortunately, we don't really have the means to get it to where it needs to be. And I think the property is worth something, to somebody, especially if, they're just going to go ahead and the house on it. It's really great lands, you know what I mean? Waterfront. It's a good deal. I mean, it's a good, spot. You know what I mean?
For sure. What's prevented you guys from selling it so far?
The fact that those back taxes have to be cleared off. And then, my sister and I both went back and forth about trying to keep it. And, my parents' death, their estate has been just a huge headache to me. So there's times where I deal with it, and then I just got to get out of it because it's just,
it's a lot to work with. I get it. It sounds like
more than to keep this property. It's just, at this point, it's not feasible for me. You know what I mean?
Man, that's tough, brother. That is tough. Once we end up doing a deal together and we go ahead and build another property over there, you're free to come check it out and do all the things and stuff like that. We always offer that to our sellers whenever we finish the projects. Yes. Yeah, it's a really cool experience. So he was telling me about the back taxes and stuff like that. I just needed to get an idea of what the back taxes were exactly, like as far as an amount.
So my sister has the numbers, but I believe they're right around 30. I think 30 would cover both houses. Both properties. I'm sorry. 30 would cover both properties. Like I said, she's been kind of dealing with the numbers and that stuff, and I've been trying to do, some other stuff as far as that goes. You know what I mean? So I gave Felipe at the time the number that my sister had, and I think we all agreed that it's gonna be up around 30. 30 will cover it.
Okay.
Then whatever. I mean, I don't know. I assume you guys have your own lawyer, I would guess.
We do have.
There would be some legal fees as far as however that process works. Obviously, we're not looking to cover any closing costs or anything like that. And then I just need to be guided. Hey, here, sign this. And then just to get the deed. You know what I mean?
Got it. Makes sense. Yeah. So we do offer to pay the closing costs when we end up using our attorneys for the deal. So we'll cover all the closing costs and stuff like that. But as far as the probate goes, it sounds like they already cleared you guys. You are already the executor of the estate and you're ready to go.
Correct. And I just have to, I just have to get the deed. I have to go down and just get the deed transferred to our names.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. All right, cool.
Yeah.
How much were you guys looking to get after taxes and closing costs and all that type of stuff?
I think the last time we talked to Felipe, he said, it was like kind of 30 up front, 30 on the backside. I think we both good, kind of splitting 30 or around there. We just don't want to walk with nothing. We don't want to get through and walk with nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to.
Right.
I got you. All right. Well, cool. So we have $30,000 in back taxes, and then on top of that, we have $30,000 that needs to go to you guys.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth with me and my sister. Not like nothing, no conflict, but it's just been kind of a back and forth. And I think the last time that I spoke to Felipe, that's kind of where we both said, okay, we can do, let's do that.
Okay.
It was kind of leaving us 30 in our hands to walk with after everything's all said and done. You know what I mean?
Okay, makes sense. All right, cool.
Yep.
So what will happen with the taxes? We just did a deal where there was some back taxes on a property, and once we transfer the funds over to escrow, when we go to close on the property, on we call it the HUD statement, which is pretty much the receipt of buying the house. The back taxes will be on that statement, right? So it'll say 30K of whatever funds we bring to the table will be used towards the towards the taxes. So we'll take care of that.
So I believe there's a lien. So that's where the trouble comes. You know what I'm saying? That's where the problem for us is the lien's going to be paid before.
You're saying a tax lien, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So what will happen? Like I was just saying, sorry, I should have been more clear. It was a tax lien that was on that property that we just did.
Okay.
And pretty much what happens is our attorney, once we get the transaction ready to rock and roll, they will reach out to the lien holder, whoever is in the tax lien department over in Spencer, and they'll say, hey, we're buying this property, we need a total payoff statement. And then once they see the receipt of us doing the transaction, they'll sign off on the lien and we'll be able to close on the deal. So that's how that all works. But our attorneys, you don't need to know all the intricate back and forth of what the attorney's got to do. All that will happen is we'll bring the funds to the table and the attorneys will take care of it on their end.
Okay. Yeah, as long as, I figured you were familiar. I just wanted to be clear that's where we're at. And that's the problem where, I know if we had just kind of sold, whatever, a private sale, the tax would get paid out of escrow, whatever, but it seemed to me like the lien worked a little different. So that's where we were kind of hung up. So
oh no, yeah, you guys are good. That's why the attorneys get so much money.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, that's why we pay them.
If we could walk with 30 to split, we're both good with that.
Okay, cool. What I'll do is I'll have Felipe. It sounds like all the numbers that Felipe and stuff have went over with you guys. It looks like we're very close and we're going to be able to get the deal done together. So what I'll do is I'll have Felipe give you and your sister a call. That way Felipe can walk through the agreement with you. It's very simple. It'll be like a 2 or 3 page agreement that just states that we're buying the property for the price that we agreed upon. That price that we agreed upon will be used for the taxes and the cash that's going to you guys at close. And then it'll also state in the agreement that we're taking care of the closing costs as well.
Okay.
All righty.
All right. Yeah, no, that sounds good.